Imagine booking a vacation in the heart of Europe, expecting adventure and excitement, only to find yourself trapped in a nightmare beyond your worst fears. Hostel, 2005, directed by Eli Roth, isn't just any horror film. It's a relentless psychological thriller that shook the world, thrusting audiences into a world of unimaginable terror. Known for its place in the controversial torture porn genre, Hostel pushed boundaries in a way that changed horror filmmaking forever. The film didn't just scare audiences, it left them disturbed, questioning the darkness lurking beneath the surface of what we think we know about safety, trust, and survival. In this video, we're going to dive deep into what makes Hostel so gripping. We'll explore the plot that lures you into a false sense of security, the characters whose fates are sealed the moment they step off the beaten path, and the dark themes of exploitation and human cruelty. You'll also discover how Eli Roth's direction and the shocking violence transformed the horror landscape. But there's more. We'll uncover lesser-known facts about the making of the film and discuss how it sparked controversy that still echoes in horror circles today. So if you want to understand why Hostel is more than just gore and screams, stick with us till the end. We'll reveal the hidden layers of this chilling thriller and give you a new perspective on its impact. Welcome to our channel, Movies Review. If you're passionate about movies that make you think, make you question, and sometimes make you uncomfortable, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a review. Let's jump into the world of Hostel, and trust me, you won't want to look away. Hostel begins with a seemingly harmless premise. Two American backpackers, Paxton and Josh, who set out to explore Eastern Europe. They're in search of adventure, excitement, and perhaps something a little more thrilling than what their everyday lives have to offer. At first glance, the movie offers a typical road trip vibe as the two young men revel in their new surroundings. But that initial sense of freedom and fun quickly gives way to a much darker reality. The central mystery begins to unfold when Paxton and Josh meet a charming stranger named Oli, who introduces them to a hostel in Slovakia. The hostel promises wild, carefree experiences, especially for adventurous travelers. It seems like the ideal destination, a place where they can live out their fantasies, meet beautiful women, and party without a care. The hostel itself is isolated, situated in a remote part of the country, which only adds to its allure. For Paxton and Josh, it seems like the perfect escape from the mundane. However, this seemingly perfect destination holds a terrifying secret. As the men get deeper into the hostel, they begin to realize that it isn't the paradise they thought it would be. There's a sinister undercurrent to everything. Strange behavior from the other guests, unsettling noises at night, and the uncomfortable feeling that they're being watched. Soon, they discover that the hostel isn't a vacation spot at all. Instead, it's a place where wealthy clients pay to participate in a horrifying game, the chance to torture and kill innocent victims. The twist is horrifying. The hostel isn't just a party haven, it's a trap. Paxton and Josh have unknowingly walked into a nightmare where their lives are at the mercy of sadistic killers. This plot twist not only flips the entire premise on its head, but plunges the audience into a world of unimaginable terror. The tension builds as Paxton and Josh try to escape, with the audience holding their breath as the suspense thickens. At the heart of Hostel are Paxton and Josh, two young men who seem like typical backpackers looking to experience life beyond the ordinary. Paxton is the more relaxed, adventurous one, eager to go with the flow and take whatever comes his way. Josh, on the other hand, is slightly more cautious, but still enthusiastic about the promise of a wild European adventure. Together, they represent the typical carefree travelers who believe they are invincible, unaware of the dark forces they're about to encounter. Their personalities set the stage for the tragedy that unfolds. At the beginning of the movie, they're full of excitement, ready to explore new places and embrace the unknown. They trust the people they meet along the way, particularly Ollie, who seems friendly and helpful. This trust is what makes their eventual horror so gut-wrenching. Their naivety is a key part of their downfall. As their situation grows increasingly dire, their reactions shift from confusion to terror and desperation. The dynamic between Paxton and Josh is also crucial. Their bond strengthens as they become aware of the danger they're in, and they rely on each other for support. Paxton, driven by the need to survive, transforms into a character who is willing to do anything to escape. On the other hand, Josh's descent into fear and panic highlights the horror of the situation. Their emotional journey, from carefree excitement to brutal desperation, is what draws the audience in, making them root for the character's survival. Other key figures, like Ollie, serve as foils to Paxton and Josh, embodying the unpredictable and dangerous people they encounter along the way. These characters, while not as central, play important roles in shaping the atmosphere of dread. They add to the feeling that trust is a luxury these travelers can't afford. One of the most chilling aspects of Hostel is its exploration of human exploitation. At its core, the film delves into the horrific reality of people being seen as mere commodities for the pleasure and amusement of others. The concept of exploitation isn't limited to the physical torment that occurs in the hostel. It extends to the psychological manipulation, where the characters' trust and safety are used against them. This theme is both deeply unsettling and relevant, as it raises questions about human nature and the lengths people will go to satisfy their desires. Another central theme is survival, which drives the characters' actions throughout the film. As Paxton and Josh realize the danger they're in, their instincts kick in. They must adapt, fight, and make brutal decisions in order to escape the nightmare they've entered. This theme is explored in a raw, gritty manner, showing the lengths one must go to in order to survive when confronted with pure evil. Trust also plays a crucial role. The character's initial trust in strangers, from Ollie to the hostel workers, highlights the danger of misplaced faith. This theme of trust and betrayal is weaved throughout the film, making every character encounter feel tense and unsettling. No one is truly safe, and the concept of betrayal is a constant undercurrent that builds the tension. The tone of the film is dark and oppressive. From the first moments, it creates an eerie atmosphere that only intensifies as the story progresses. The initial sense of adventure and excitement slowly morphs into an inescapable feeling of dread. Roth masterfully uses tension and discomfort to make every moment feel dangerous, pushing the audience to the edge of their seats as they watch the characters' terrifying descent into horror. Eli Roth's direction in Hostel is masterful, balancing moments of suspense with shocking violence. He creates a slow burn of tension, building the horror step by step until it culminates in an explosive climax. Roth is a director who understands how to manipulate pacing, starting with a gradual build-up of unease and then unleashing a torrent of terror that leaves the audience reeling. His direction ensures that each moment feels weighted, each decision the characters make heightening the stakes. The cinematography also plays a pivotal role in establishing the film's tone. The hostel, with its dimly lit claustrophobic rooms and shadowy corridors, becomes a character in itself. It's a place that feels off-kilter, uncomfortable, and dangerous. The film's use of tight close-up shots intensifies the feeling of entrapment, making viewers feel as though they too are stuck in this nightmare. As the characters grow more frantic, the camera work mirrors their panic, capturing the raw fear and desperation in their eyes. The pacing is deliberate, allowing tension to build naturally. There are moments of stillness where the viewer is forced to anticipate what's coming next, and then sudden bursts of violence that catch everyone off guard. This rhythm keeps the audience engaged, never letting them feel completely comfortable. Roth knows how to play with expectation, making every scene a careful balance between suspense and shock. Hostel is notorious for its graphic violence, and it doesn't shy away from showing the brutal reality of the horrific events that unfold. However, the violence in the film isn't just for shock value. It serves a narrative purpose, pushing the characters to their limits and highlighting the sheer cruelty they face. The gore, while extreme, is meant to elicit discomfort and disgust, forcing the viewer to confront the horror that the characters endure. But does it work? The graphic content is undeniably shocking, but it's also effective in making the horror feel more tangible. The film blends psychological terror with physical violence, creating an experience that is both disturbing and thought-provoking. The gore isn't just about blood and guts. It's about the emotional toll it takes on the characters, the stripping away of their humanity as they are subjected to unimaginable pain. The use of violence also sparks conversation about the torture porn genre, as Hostel is often credited with popularizing it. Is the violence necessary for the story, or is it simply a tool for exploitation? The answer isn't straightforward. Some argue that it's an integral part of the film's impact, while others believe it detracts from the story. Regardless, there's no denying that the gore plays a significant role in shaping Hostel's reputation. When Hostel was released, it sparked immediate controversy. Audiences were divided. Some praised it for its unflinching portrayal of horror, while others criticized it for its excessive violence. The film's impact on the horror genre was undeniable, ushering in a new era of extreme horror films. It was part of a wave of films that pushed boundaries and tested the limits of what could be shown on screen. Critics debated whether the violence was necessary or exploitative, and the film faced backlash for its portrayal of Eastern European culture. Many felt that it painted an entire region with a broad negative brush, which added fuel to the fire. Despite the backlash, Hostel found its place in horror history, influencing films that came after it and changing the way horror was perceived in mainstream cinema. To wrap up our review, Hostel is a film that undeniably leaves a lasting impression on anyone who dares to watch it. Its shock value and disturbing premise have earned it a unique place in the horror genre. While it sparked much debate upon its release, there's no denying that it pushed boundaries and opened up a new chapter in the world of extreme horror. The raw terror, the psychological manipulation, and the brutal violence all contribute to a movie that remains memorable, not just for its gruesome moments, but for its ability to unnerve and disturb long after the credits roll. So, does Hostel stand out in the horror genre? Absolutely. It isn't just a slasher flick or a simple gore fest. It's a disturbing commentary on human nature, exploitation, and survival. Its shocking premise and relentless tone make it a cult classic that continues to haunt audiences to this day. Whether you love it or hate it, Hostel challenges the way we think about horror, making it an unforgettable experience. As for who might enjoy this film, if you're a horror fan who thrives on suspense, psychological terror, and doesn't shy away from graphic violence, Hostel will undoubtedly keep you on the edge of your seat. It's a must-watch for those interested in horror that's more than just jump scares, offering a deeper look at the darkest corners of human behavior. But if you're not into brutal violence or uncomfortable situations, it might not be for you. Now, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Did you love Hostel, or was it a little too intense for you? Share your opinions in the comments below. We'd love to see what you think. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel, Movies Review, for more in-depth movie analyses. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.